There's a difference between being present and being preoccupied. Many people walk through life consumed by distractions, reacting to every opinion, every negative comment, and every minor inconvenience. But the truth is, if you want to achieve anything great, you must learn to stay unbothered and focused. Clarity over chaos is not just a mindset, it is a discipline that determines the trajectory of your life. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and endless demands on your attention, the ability to focus on what truly matters is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain stuck in cycles of confusion and frustration. The human mind is naturally drawn to stimulation, making it easy to become entangled in unnecessary details, unimportant conflicts, and external pressures. The challenge, however, is learning to filter out the noise and direct your energy toward meaningful pursuits. One of the biggest obstacles to clarity is information overload. Every day we are bombarded with news, opinions, social media updates, and countless notifications that demand our attention. While staying informed is valuable, drowning in an endless stream of content can make it difficult to differentiate between what is essential and what is simply noise. When everything seems urgent, nothing truly is. The key is to step back and ask yourself, does this contribute to my goals, my growth, or my well-being? If the answer is no, then it is nothing more than a distraction. The more you practice this form of mental filtering, the easier it becomes to maintain clarity. Another factor that fuels chaos is emotional reactivity. When you allow yourself to be triggered by every minor inconvenience, criticism, or unexpected event, you lose control over your focus. Emotional clarity comes from understanding that not everything deserves a reaction. There is power in silence, in choosing when and how to respond rather than being led by impulse. When you train yourself to pause before reacting, you create space for better decision making. Instead of getting caught up in trivial matters, your mind remains anchored in what truly matters. A structured environment also plays a significant role in maintaining clarity. Your surroundings, habits, and daily routines shape your ability to focus. Cluttered spaces, inconsistent schedules, and a lack of direction contribute to mental chaos. On the other hand, having a clear plan, setting priorities, and creating an environment that supports your goals will reinforce your ability to stay focused. The most successful individuals are not those who do the most, but those who eliminate distractions and concentrate on what moves them forward. Simplification is a form of power. By cutting out what is unnecessary, you make room for what truly matters. The pursuit of clarity also requires self-awareness. Many people struggle with focus not because they lack discipline, but because they have never defined what is important to them. Without a clear sense of purpose, distractions become more tempting. When you lack direction, anything can feel significant. But when you know exactly what you are working toward, it becomes easier to dismiss what does not align with that vision. Clarity is about knowing your priorities and having the courage to stay committed to them, even when distractions try to pull you away. Ultimately, clarity over chaos is about mastering your attention. It is about recognizing that not everything requires your energy and choosing to focus on what brings you closer to your goals. The world will always be noisy, but your ability to filter out the distractions will determine your success. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, your decisions, and ultimately your success. Your inner circle is not just a group of friends or acquaintances. It is the foundation that influences your beliefs, your ambitions, and your overall outlook on life. If you want to grow, achieve, and stay mentally strong, you must be intentional about the people you allow into your space. Energy is contagious, and the wrong environment can drain your motivation, distract you from your purpose, and keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. That is why mastering your inner circle is not a luxury, it is a necessity. The first step to curating the right circle is understanding that not everyone deserves access to your time and energy. Many people hold on to relationships out of obligation, familiarity, or fear of being alone, even when those relationships are toxic or unproductive. But if the people around you constantly bring negativity, doubt, or distractions, they are limiting your potential. You cannot expect to reach higher levels of success while staying in an environment that encourages small thinking. The people closest to you should challenge you, push you to be better, and support your growth rather than pulling you down with their own limitations. Your inner circle should consist of people who elevate your mindset. These are individuals who think beyond temporary struggles, who see opportunities where others see obstacles, and who refuse to settle for less than they are capable of achieving. Being around such people naturally expands your perspective and raises your standards. When you surround yourself with those who are driven, disciplined, and forward-thinking, their habits and mindset begin to influence your own. Without even realizing it, you start adopting the same level of focus, the same hunger for success, and the same resilience in the face of challenges. On the other hand, energy-draining relationships can silently sabotage your growth. People who complain constantly, blame others for their problems, or discourage ambition create an environment of stagnation. It is easy to underestimate the impact of negative energy until you find yourself feeling drained, unmotivated, or doubting your own potential. This is why setting boundaries is crucial. You do not owe anyone unlimited access to your life, especially if their presence hinders your progress. Learning to say no, distance yourself from toxic influences, and choose your company wisely is a form of self-respect. A strong inner circle is also built on mutual value. It is not just about surrounding yourself with successful people, but about being someone who also adds value. Relationships should be based on growth, support, and inspiration rather than dependency or one-sided benefit. When you engage with people who challenge your thinking, hold you accountable, and encourage you to push past your limits, you create an environment that fuels success. Mastering your inner circle is about making a conscious decision to protect your mental space and align yourself with individuals who contribute to your journey. The people you keep close either strengthen your mindset or weaken it. Choose wisely. The way people perceive you is shaped by their own experiences, beliefs, and insecurities. Their opinions are reflections of their perspective, not an absolute truth about who you are. Yet many people allow the words of others to dictate their self-worth, their decisions, and even their future. The need for validation is deeply ingrained in human nature, but the moment you detach from opinions, you free yourself from unnecessary limitations. True confidence comes from within, not from external approval. If you build your identity around how others see you, you will forever be a prisoner of their judgments. One of the main reasons people struggle with detaching from opinions is the fear of rejection. Humans crave acceptance, and the thought of being misunderstood or disliked can be unsettling. But in reality, no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to please everyone. Some will admire you while others will criticize you, and their opinions often have nothing to do with you personally. People interpret situations through the lens of their own experiences. Their praise or judgment is often a projection of their internal world. Someone who feels insecure may criticize confidence in others. Someone who has failed to take risks may discourage others from stepping outside their comfort zone. Understanding this allows you to see opinions for what they really are, personal reflections rather than universal truths. Detaching from opinions does not mean ignoring constructive feedback. Growth requires an open mind and a willingness to learn. However, there is a difference between seeking wisdom from those who have valuable insight and blindly absorbing the views of those who do not understand your journey. Not all opinions carry the same weight. You must be selective about whose voice you allow to influence your decisions. If you take criticism from those who have never walked your path, you risk being guided by fear rather than wisdom. The key is to differentiate between feedback that helps you improve and opinions that are rooted in someone else's limited perspective. When you detach from opinions, you gain control over your emotions. Many people spend their lives reacting, feeling elated when praised and defeated when criticized. This emotional roller coaster drains energy and creates an unstable sense of self. But when you define your worth internally, external voices lose their power over you. Your self-esteem is no longer dependent on how others perceive you, allowing you to move through life with confidence and purpose. Another benefit of detachment is the freedom to be authentic. Many people hold back from pursuing their dreams, expressing their true selves, or making bold decisions because they fear judgment. But when you stop seeking approval, you become unstoppable. You no longer shrink yourself to fit into expectations or hesitate to take action because of what others might say. You start living for yourself rather than for the approval of the crowd. Life is full of distractions, minor inconveniences, and daily frustrations that can easily consume your energy and attention. When you lack a clear sense of direction, every little irritation feels magnified. A small setback, a rude comment, or an unexpected inconvenience can throw off your entire day. However, when you embrace the bigger picture, these minor disturbances lose their power over you. A strong sense of purpose allows you to rise above temporary frustrations and stay focused on what truly matters. When you understand where you are headed and why, the small things no longer have the ability to disrupt your progress. People who operate with a larger vision are not easily shaken by everyday problems because they see them as temporary and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Imagine a pilot flying a plane to a distant destination. Along the way, there may be turbulence, slight changes in weather, or minor delays, but none of these alter the final destination. The pilot does not turn the plane around just because there is a little turbulence. Similarly, when you have a clear purpose, you do not allow small distractions to knock you off course. You understand that these momentary difficulties are just part of the journey, not the end of it. One of the reasons people get caught up in minor frustrations is that they lack a long-term perspective. When you only focus on the present moment without considering the bigger picture, small problems seem much bigger than they actually are. However, when you step back and look at your life as a whole, you begin to realize that many of the things that once upset you were insignificant. What seems like a major issue today will likely be forgotten a year from now. When you train your mind to think long-term, you develop resilience. You stop overreacting to small issues and instead channel your energy into things that move you forward. Another way to embrace the bigger picture is by aligning your actions with your purpose. People who lack direction often find themselves easily frustrated because they do not have a deeper reason for what they are doing. When you are working towards something meaningful, whether it is building a business, developing a skill, or making an impact, small setbacks do not discourage you as much. Instead, they become part of the process. You learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Purpose gives you perspective, and perspective gives you patience. Additionally, embracing the bigger picture helps you let go of unnecessary conflicts. When you are focused on a greater mission, you do not waste time arguing over petty disagreements or holding on to resentment. You recognize that your energy is better spent on growth rather than negativity. People who constantly engage in drama and meaningless debates often lack a strong sense of direction. But when you are deeply committed to a bigger goal, you naturally filter out anything that does not contribute to your progress. A strong sense of purpose shifts your focus from temporary irritations to long-term fulfillment. It allows you to maintain emotional stability, prioritize what truly matters, and move forward with clarity. Life is full of uncertainties, unexpected challenges, and external forces that are beyond our control. Many people spend an overwhelming amount of time and energy worrying about things they cannot change, other people's opinions, past mistakes, global events, or unforeseen circumstances. This habit drains mental strength and creates unnecessary stress. The key to maintaining peace and productivity is to focus only on what is within your control and let go of what is not. When you master this mindset, you gain a sense of clarity and power over your own life. The first step to controlling the controllables is recognizing the difference between what you can influence and what you cannot. Most frustrations arise from trying to change things that are simply out of our hands. You cannot control the weather, but you can control how you prepare for it. You cannot control other people's actions, but you can control how you respond. You cannot change the past, but you can learn from it and make better choices moving forward. When you shift your focus to what you can do rather than what you cannot, you take back control of your mindset, emotions, and actions. One of the biggest sources of unnecessary stress is worrying about other people, what they think, what they say, or how they behave. The truth is, you have no control over someone else's opinions or decisions. Trying to gain approval from everyone or expecting people to act a certain way only leads to frustration. Instead, focus on your own actions, values, and personal growth. The more you concentrate on improving yourself rather than changing others, the more control you have over your happiness and success. Another major area where people waste energy is in dwelling on the past or fearing the future. Regret and anxiety often consume valuable time that could be spent on meaningful action. You cannot undo past mistakes, but you can learn from them. You cannot predict the future, but you can prepare for it by making smart choices today. When you direct your attention to the present moment and the steps you can take right now, you become more productive and less overwhelmed. Building resilience also comes from focusing on the controllables. Life will always present obstacles, but your response determines your outcome. Instead of complaining about challenges, ask yourself what you can do to navigate them. If you lose a job, you can control how you adapt and seek new opportunities. If you face criticism, you can control whether you take it constructively or let it discourage you. By shifting your perspective from victimhood to ownership, you become more resilient and resourceful. The most successful and mentally strong individuals have mastered the art of focusing their energy where it matters most. They do not waste time worrying about the uncontrollable. They channel their efforts into what they can influence. By practicing this mindset, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and create a life driven by intentional action rather than reaction. In a world filled with endless distractions, unsolicited opinions, and unnecessary conflicts, the ability to practice strategic ignorance is a powerful skill. Not every battle deserves your attention, and not every situation requires your response. The more energy you invest in things that do not serve your growth or align with your goals, the less energy you have for what truly matters. Strategic ignorance is not about being uninformed. It is about being intentional with your focus. It is about choosing where to direct your attention and refusing to be consumed by things that do not contribute to your progress. One of the biggest drains on mental energy is engaging in pointless arguments and debates. Many people feel the need to prove themselves, defend their opinions, or respond to every criticism that comes their way. But in reality, most arguments are distractions. The need to always be right, to convince others of your perspective, or to correct misinformation often leads to frustration and wasted time. When you learn to let go of the urge to respond to everything, you reclaim your mental space. Not every opinion requires your validation, and not every critic deserves your attention. The strongest individuals are not those who win every argument, but those who know which arguments are worth engaging in and which are best ignored. Another area where strategic ignorance is essential is dealing with negativity. In life, you will encounter people who criticize, doubt, and try to bring you down. Some will do it out of their own insecurities, while others may simply enjoy creating conflict. If you allow every negative comment to affect you, you give away your power. Choosing to ignore negativity does not mean you are weak. It means you refuse to let external forces dictate your mindset. Successful people understand that their energy is valuable and they do not waste it on things that do not contribute to their vision. Distractions come in many forms: gossip, drama, unnecessary notifications, and even self-imposed worries. In a world where information is constantly thrown at you, learning to filter out what is important and what is irrelevant is a skill that separates those who thrive from those who remain stuck. The ability to strategically ignore irrelevant information allows you to maintain focus on your bigger goals. If something does not impact your life, your well-being, or your mission, then it is not worth your time. Strategic ignorance is also a form of emotional intelligence. Reacting to every situation drains your emotional resilience. When you choose to ignore small provocations, you maintain inner peace. Not everything deserves a reaction, and not every challenge requires your involvement. By mastering the art of selective attention, you create more space for things that actually matter: your personal growth, your ambitions, and the people who genuinely add value to your life. The power of strategic ignorance lies in knowing when to engage and when to walk away. It is about conserving your energy for things that truly deserve your focus. The ability to ignore distractions, negativity, and unnecessary battles is not a weakness. It is a strength that allows you to move forward without unnecessary burdens weighing you down. A strong daily routine is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining focus and minimizing the impact of external distractions. In a world filled with constant noise, opinions, notifications, unexpected interruptions, having a structured day serves as a shield against chaos. Without a clear routine, it is easy to get pulled in different directions, reacting to everything that happens around you rather than intentionally directing your time and energy. A well-designed routine provides stability, keeps you grounded, and ensures that your priorities are not overshadowed by the noise of the outside world. When you start your day without a plan, you leave yourself vulnerable to distractions. The absence of structure means that your mind is more susceptible to external influences, whether it is social media, news, or other people's demands. Instead of being proactive, you become reactive, constantly responding to messages, requests, and disruptions that do not align with your goals. However, when you follow a disciplined routine, you take control of your time. You begin the day with intention, setting the tone for how you will spend your energy. This sense of order creates mental clarity and allows you to focus on what truly matters. A routine also helps eliminate decision fatigue. Every day we make hundreds of small decisions: what to eat, when to work, how to prioritize tasks. When these decisions are unstructured, they consume valuable mental energy, leading to exhaustion and reduced productivity. A structured routine removes unnecessary choices by establishing habits that become automatic. Successful individuals streamline their days by sticking to a consistent schedule, allowing them to reserve their mental energy for important decisions rather than trivial ones. Another advantage of a strong routine is that it protects your mind from negative influences. The world is full of distractions, many of which are unhelpful or even harmful to your growth. Whether it is negative news, toxic conversations, or mindless entertainment, these distractions can slowly drain your energy and shift your focus away from your goals. By creating a structured day that includes time for personal growth, exercise, deep work, and rest, you naturally filter out the noise. You become more intentional about what you consume, who you interact with, and how you spend your time. In addition to providing focus, a routine builds resilience. Life is unpredictable, and external circumstances will always change, but when you have a consistent structure, you create a sense of stability regardless of what is happening around you. A strong routine anchors you in moments of uncertainty, allowing you to maintain productivity even when faced with challenges. When distractions or disruptions arise, you do not lose momentum because your habits keep you moving forward. A disciplined daily structure also reinforces self-discipline and confidence. When you consistently follow a well-planned routine, you develop a sense of control over your life. You prove to yourself that you can stay committed to your priorities, which builds momentum and reinforces a mindset of achievement. Small daily habits compound over time, creating long-term success. A strong routine is more than just a schedule. It is a shield that guards your focus, protects your energy, and ensures that you stay on track despite the distractions of the world. Mental resilience is the defining trait that separates those who lead from those who follow. In a world full of uncertainty, pressure, and unexpected challenges, the ability to stay calm under stress is a crucial skill. Most people react emotionally to difficult situations, allowing fear, frustration, or doubt to cloud their judgment. However, those with true resilience have mastered the art of remaining composed, thinking clearly, and making strategic decisions even in the face of adversity. This ability does not come naturally. It is developed through discipline, self-awareness, and a commitment to growth. Pressure is an inevitable part of life, whether it is a high-stakes business decision, a personal crisis, or an unexpected obstacle. Challenges will always arise. The key difference between leaders and followers is how they handle these moments. Leaders do not allow pressure to break them. They use it to refine their thinking and strengthen their resolve. Instead of reacting impulsively, they take a step back, assess the situation, and respond with logic rather than emotion. This level of control allows them to make better decisions and influence those around them in a positive way. One of the most powerful ways to develop mental resilience is by shifting your perspective on challenges. Many people see obstacles as roadblocks, reasons to give up, or proof that they are not capable. But resilient individuals see challenges as opportunities for growth. They understand that every difficult situation is a chance to learn, adapt, and improve. This mindset shift turns setbacks into stepping stones rather than barriers. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by adversity, they ask themselves, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this experience to become stronger? Another critical component of resilience is emotional control. It is easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, to react with anger, frustration, or panic. However, emotional reactions often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary stress. The most effective leaders have mastered the ability to regulate their emotions, choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This self-discipline allows them to stay focused on the bigger picture rather than getting lost in temporary emotions. They understand that emotions are temporary, but the consequences of their actions can be long-lasting. Resilience also comes from preparation. The more prepared you are, the more confident you feel under pressure. Leaders invest time in strengthening their skills, expanding their knowledge, and anticipating potential challenges. They do not wait for crises to occur before they start developing the ability to handle them. Instead, they consistently push themselves outside their comfort zones, training their minds to remain steady even in difficult situations. This proactive approach makes them unshakable when real pressure arises. Ultimately, mental resilience is what allows individuals to remain steady when the world around them is chaotic. It is the quality that keeps leaders moving forward while others are paralyzed by fear. The ability to stay calm under pressure is not about avoiding stress, but about managing it effectively. It is about developing the strength to navigate challenges with confidence, clarity, and unwavering focus. Perfection is an illusion that often holds people back from making real progress. Many individuals become so consumed with getting everything exactly right that they never take action at all. They hesitate, overthink, and second guess themselves, fearing that any mistake will ruin their chances of success. But the truth is, growth comes from movement, not from waiting for the perfect moment. Those who succeed are not the ones who avoid failure altogether, but the ones who continue moving forward despite setbacks. By focusing on progress over perfection, you free yourself from the fear of failure and open the door to real achievement. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with perfectionism is the fear of making mistakes. They believe that any flaw or misstep will be seen as a sign of weakness or incompetence. But in reality, mistakes are an essential part of the learning process. Every successful person has failed countless times before mastering their craft. Whether in business, sports, or personal development, those who achieve great things understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary step toward it. By shifting your mindset from perfection to progress, you begin to see setbacks as opportunities to learn rather than reasons to quit. Another challenge of perfectionism is that it leads to procrastination. Many people convince themselves that they need more time, more knowledge, or better circumstances before they can start. They delay action because they feel unprepared, waiting for the perfect conditions that may never come. But progress is built through action, not hesitation. The only way to improve is to start where you are and refine your approach along the way. The sooner you begin, the faster you will learn, adjust, and grow. Perfectionists often get stuck in endless preparation, while those who prioritize progress take action and evolve through experience. Perfectionism also creates unnecessary stress and self-doubt. When you expect yourself to be flawless, you set impossible standards that are bound to lead to disappointment. Instead of celebrating small wins and improvements, you focus on what is still lacking. This mindset can be incredibly discouraging, making you feel like you are never good enough, no matter how much effort you put in. But when you embrace progress over perfection, you begin to recognize and appreciate the steps you are taking toward your goals. You shift from a mindset of self-criticism to one of self-encouragement, which fuels motivation and long-term success. The most effective way to overcome the trap of perfectionism is to focus on consistency rather than flawlessness. Growth is a result of steady effort, not a single perfect moment. Whether you are building a skill, growing a business, or improving your personal life, the key is to take small, consistent steps every day. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Over time, these small actions compound into significant results. By choosing progress over perfection, you allow yourself to take risks, learn from experience, and continuously improve. The goal is not to be perfect, but to be better than you were yesterday. Progress is what moves you forward, while the pursuit of perfection keeps you stuck. Staying unbothered and focused in a world full of distractions, negativity, and unnecessary noise requires intentional effort. It is not about ignoring reality, but about mastering your mindset, energy, and priorities. Clarity helps you filter out what truly matters, while surrounding yourself with the right people ensures your growth is supported, not hindered. Detaching from opinions frees you from unnecessary emotional burdens, and embracing the bigger picture keeps you grounded in purpose rather than momentary frustrations. By controlling the controllables, you redirect your energy toward meaningful action rather than worrying about what is beyond your influence. Strategic ignorance protects your mental space from pointless conflicts and distractions, allowing you to focus on what truly contributes to your success. A strong routine serves as your shield, minimizing external noise and creating structure in a chaotic world. Mental resilience ensures that pressure does not break you, but instead sharpens you into a stronger, more composed individual. And above all, prioritizing progress over perfection allows you to keep moving forward, learning and improving without being paralyzed by setbacks. The ability to stay unbothered and focused is not just about avoiding distractions, it is about taking control of your life. When you master these principles, you free yourself from the weight of unnecessary worries and step into a life of clarity, confidence, and purpose.